What if I told you that the reason you still feel stuck, tired, anxious, or even physically unwell isn't just about your body? It's not just about your head either. It's all of you. It's your mind, it's your body, it's your spirit. And until you begin to heal all three pillars, you'll keep treating the symptoms without ever reaching the root. My name is Nalange Lewis. I am a holistic health coach. And today I want to share with you why healing through the three pillars, mind, body, and spirit, completely changed my life and how it can transform yours too. Let me ask you a question. Have you gone to therapy, worked through your old traumas, but still feel physically tense or drained? Like your body didn't get the memo that you're trying to heal? Or maybe you followed a diet perfectly. You lost weight, but still you hated your reflection in the mirror. You've reached a goal, but nothing feels different inside. That's what happens when you isolate healing. That's what happens when we don't approach things holistically. Holistic health is not a buzzword. It's an understanding that your emotional, your physical, and your spiritual selves are all connected. When one part is off, it impacts everything. Let's start with the mind, because I'm going to break it all down for you. When we talk about healing the mind, we're talking about your thoughts, your beliefs, and how you respond emotionally. This is where a lot of people start, and rightfully so, because the way we speak to ourselves, the way we process emotions, and the stories you tell yourself shapes your reality. It shapes your life. But that's also where a lot of people stop. I've had clients who's been in therapy for years. They could name every wound, they could name every trauma, but they're still feeling stuck. Their nervous system was fried, their energy was drained, and their body was holding on to pain. Why? Because they hadn't worked on the body and spirit. So I'm gonna give you an example. Say someone experienced emotional trauma as a child. They do inner work, they journal, they go to therapy, and they understand these triggers. That's amazing. But the trauma still lives in the body. The nervous system is still reacting. The vagus nerve, the main highway for parasympathetic nervous system, is locked in fight or flight. And that means no amount of mindset work alone will bring full relief. When I started working with my vagus nerve through breath work, cold exposure, and somatic movement, I finally felt what peace actually felt like in my body. My mind got quiet, not because I was forcing it to, but because my nervous system was no longer screaming. So let's talk about the body. Healing the body means so much more than losing weight or cutting out sugar. It means giving your body the conditions it needs to feel safe, to feel nourished, to feel regulated. This is where many people miss the mark. They're doing everything right, eating the kale, doing the workouts, but the body still feels like the enemy. Because if your mindset is full of shame and punishment, your body will never feel loved, no matter how fit it gets. I had to shift the way I saw my body. I stopped treating it like a burden or like a project and treating it like a sacred vessel. The mindset alone, how I ate, how I moved, and how I rested. For me, that means choosing whole foods that makes me feel energized, not restricted, movement that feels joyful, not punishing, and my nervous system support, dry brushing, lymphatic drainage, and deep breathing. Now, let's move to the spirit. This is the piece that often gets left out, and most powerful, the most powerful, the most powerful. You can do everything right, mindset, nutrition, fitness, and still feel empty if you're disconnected from your spirit, from your soul, from your purpose. There was a point in my life where I had achieved everything I was supposed to. I looked the part, I sounded the part, but inside I was lost. That's when I began doing my spiritual release work, breath work, journeys, energy healing, visualizations that reconnected me to the version of me who was whole before the world told me otherwise. I started trusting my intuition. I realized healing wasn't about becoming someone new. It was about remembering who I already was before the trauma. Let me give you a real world contrast. Let's say two women, both struggling with emotional eating. One goes on a diet, she counts her macros, she loses the weight, but she still sees her body as a punishment. She still binges when life gets hard. She still hasn't healed the root. The other woman works holistically. She begins therapy to understand her triggers. She learns breath work to calm her cravings and regulate her vagus nerve. She journals every morning, affirms her body, and eats foods that support her hormones and energy. She starts dancing again. She starts meditating, laughing, reconnecting to joy. One loses weight, but stays stuck in the cycle. The other finds freedom, physically, mentally, spiritually. That's the power of holistic healing. If you're ready to stop chasing quick fixes and start healing at the root, I invite you to click the link in my bio to work with me one-on-one. Whether you're dealing with trauma, chronic stress, low energy, or just feeling disconnected from yourself, this is the path for you. You don't have to keep guessing. You don't have to keep pushing. There's another way, a softer, more powerful way. Through holistic health, I've been able to heal my gut. I've been able to heal my mindset. My life really changed completely, and this really became my passion. I wanted to help people to do this. A lot of times the universe will put you through some crap just so you can learn how to heal a certain way. Like a lot of people who's been through a lot of trauma chooses to become therapists. I went through a lot with healing my gut, with healing my mind, with releasing trauma in my life, but also ancestral trauma. Like just last night, I did a bloodline release letter and burnt it to disconnect myself, disconnect my soul, my bloodline from the trauma that we've been experiencing for who knows how many lifetimes. I no longer wish to experience these things. I know that my path is to be a generational curse breaker. So we have to be willing to do the work. Being the one to break the generational curse is no easy task. But holistic health, holistic healing will help you get there, because we're going to work through your mindset, which is going to completely change who you are. We're going to work through the physical to make sure that you feel amazing in your body. And then we're going to work through the spirit, which is the number one thing that people ignore. A lot of people will do the mindset and the physical work and forget about the spirit. We have spiritual blocks. We have ancestral traumas. We have things from other lifetimes and this lifetime that still need to be worked on and still need to be released. So it's not enough to just work on one pillar and not all three. You have to do all three if you truly, truly, truly want to heal something and never have to deal with it again. So I'm here for you guys. This is what I do. This is what I've done. And it brings me so much excitement and joy to show people this path, to truly help people heal something forever. When I coach my clients, it's not just about me giving you the key to heal something for the moment. You can count on that thing being released forever. And then when you experience future traumas that are similar, you know exactly how to handle it. You know exactly what to do. You know exactly how to transcend it. Holistic health is about coming home to yourself, and I would be honored to walk that path with you. So click the link in my bio to learn more, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If this spoke to your soul, your healing is already happening.